Hi guys, Cody Lopez here with Techcellent News, and today we have the LG V10. This is LG's latest flagship phone outside of their G series. So let's take a quick look to see what we get and answer the question everyone wants to know: is this phone for you? This is our video review of the LG V10. Ever since the G2, LG has been known for pushing the norm of smartphone design, and the first thing you notice when picking up the V10 is that it simply enhances LG's already standout design language. The V10 features stainless steel sides, a matte plastic face, and a Duraskin textured back. The back of the phone has some really nice grip to it thanks to the added texture and grooves. This is something you won't find on many phones unless you place a skin or a case on it. The stainless steel pillars not only gives the V10 a premium look, but also adds some overall strength to the phone. That's right, this phone is a durable one. In fact, the V10 is compliant with military grade standards and should help protect your device from those accidental drops. This is also something you won't see on many other devices unless you equip them with a bulky case. And not to add insult to injury, but the LG V10 is also one of the only flagship phones this year to have a removable battery and a micro SD card slot, thus separating itself even more from the competition. Alright, so next we have the display, or to be more accurate, displays. That's right, plural, because the LG V10 actually features two screens. The primary display is a phablet size 5.7-inch IPS quantum display, similar to what LG has done on the G4. This large display is great with bright, vivid colors and great viewing angles even when you're outdoors. Watching videos or playing games is a really pleasant experience. But now onto that second display. This secondary screen is located at the top of the V10 and comes in at only 0.2 inches, but if you add the primary and secondary screens together, this display is almost a whopping 6 inches, which is near Nexus 6 territory. The second screen provides quick access to notifications, favorite applications, contacts, media player controls, and even shows you upcoming events from your calendar. Some people call this a gimmick, but I find that this secondary screen helps way more than it actually hurts. Because this simply enhances my overall experience with the phone, for example, I can receive all notifications including frequently updated basketball scores without taking up any real estate on my primary display. This to me is great. Personalization is also key for this screen as well, because you can customize the signature and adjust the settings of this display, including turning it off completely if you'd like. Hey, if there's one negative about the secondary display, it has to be the backlight bleeds that come from the always on feature. But overall, I became a fan of this second display, and after some time, it made me realize that the Galaxy S6 Edge display is more of a gimmick than anything. As for performance, the LG V10 is sporting the Snapdragon 808 under the hood, the same processor found in the G4, although this time it's accompanied by 4 GB of RAM instead of 3. Performance is solid. I found that the Snapdragon 808 is really reliable for an older processor, which is why I'm sure the Korean manufacturer decided to use it for this device as well. You will have no issues with daily tasks like emails, texting, or social media. It is nice and snappy while scrolling around, and a smooth performer even through more intensive endeavors like multitasking or gaming. Now on the other hand, the battery life takes a minor hit with this device. And speaking of battery, the V10 is rocking a 3000 mAh removable battery. Now remember that because removable is becoming a rarity with smartphones these days. So that being said, battery life is somewhat decent on the V10, and what I mean by that is standby time is great. Impressive really for a device that doesn't have Android Marshmallow's doze feature, but I've been receiving anywhere from 3 to 4 hours of screen on time, which isn't too bad. I could always use more, but I'm sure that's why LG included Quick Charging 2.0 with this device. After testing, a complete refill of the battery is right under an hour. Plus I can always swap the battery out for a new one. Thank you, removable battery. The camera on the V10 is in short remarkable. A 16 megapixel camera with a f1.8 aperture lens, which basically means it allows faster shutter speeds in low light situations. It also has laser autofocus and optic image stabilization. This is the same camera found on the LG G4, and if you are familiar with that camera, you know that you won't be disappointed. The camera on the G4 introduced manual mode for photos, and the improvements made to the V10 are in video. The same manual settings can now be found while recording video and even can be adjusted in real time. You are able to adjust the white balance, ISO, shutter speeds, and even adjust the audio, including adding a wind noise filter. Videos can be recorded in high definition, 4K, as well as slow motion. The ability to manually configure the settings for photos and videos is a big deal coming from a smartphone. This is perfect for any content creators or aspiring videographers. The front-facing cameras aren't to be forgotten either. That's right, plural again, because the LG V10 features two 5-megapixel front-facing cameras, and this is the first time two cameras have been introduced on the front of a phone. The difference between the two are the angles. The first is an 80-degree standard view, and the second is a wide-angle lens for a view of 120 degrees. This bigger view is great for group shots or capturing yourself as well as your background much better. I found myself using the wide angle more than the standard, although I like that both cameras are there for variety. The V10 is only available in a single storage configuration, and that is 64 gigabytes of memory. About 51 gigabytes of this memory is usable after software out of the box, but either way, this is a good amount. Photo happy or application crazy individuals will be more than happy with this amount of memory included, and remember, you can easily double or even triple the amount of memory of this phone with the right SD card. Some more new features that LG introduced into their V10 include a fingerprint scanner and a hi-fi audio converter. The fingerprint scanner is great for added security for your phone and enables the V10 for mobile payments. It is located on the back of the phone on the power button, and this location isn't too bad as your finger always seems to gravitate to this position whenever holding the device. With testing, I can say that the fingerprint scanner works about 80% of the time with only 20% asking for reposition of your finger. The 32-bit hi-fi digital to analog converter is great for anyone who uses their phone to listen to music with wired headphones or even with an auxiliary cable in the car. Simply plug in your headphones or auxiliary cable, turn on the setting, and that's it. MP3s and even music streaming apps like Pandora will now be converted up to hi-fi quality. This is a great addition to the V10 considering the speaker on the phone isn't the best. The audio upscaling is an experience you really have to hear for yourself. With durable build quality, a superb camera, large memory storage that is standard, a removable battery, and even a micro SD card slot, the LG V10 is a rare breed indeed. With other manufacturers such as Samsung and HTC giving their devices some iPhone-esque design cues, it's nice to see LG remain different, and you know what? Life is good because different is good. Alright guys, that about does it for this video review of the LG V10. Try not to overlook it when purchasing your next smartphone because impressively we could recommend this to anyone from content creators to power users and even those of you who are accident prone. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Be sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel for more tech infotainment, including a video of this guy, the Nexus 6P. Once again, I'm Cody Lopez with Techcellent News, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Content creators, power users, accident prone. Can I select D for all of the above?